So show yourself now. Okay, my topic is how to become a homeowner. A lot of people say that being a homeowner is very hard and stressful, especially if it's your first time because it's a long process. There's rising taxation on properties, and it can be impossible for somebody to think that they can't be a homeowner, but it is possible for them. It's not going to be easy. People have to save money and they have to work with the right people, and it does take a lot of time. According to US News, the generation now makes up 37% of the homeowner buyers. I myself am a first-time home buyer this year, and it is very stressful, and it can be rewarding at the end. Going through the process of home buying can be dreading, but it's worth the while by following the process step by step. I will explain more in depth the steps that needed to be taken while buying a house, along with finding the right realtor that has the means to buy the house and the right documentation for pre-approvals. The first part you will need to do is you will need to find a realtor. A realtor is the person who will help you look at the houses and make sure that the house is the correct space for you. There are certain needs and wants that you want in your future home, and it's depending on the budget that you want to spend on it, depends if you can get that house. The second point that you will need to do is finding the realtor to help you on this journey. It's time to get the approval to start the process. To get the pre-approval, you need to find either a bank or a loan officer that knows the options of loan types, and you would need to have your tax returns, and you would need to have your paycheck stubs, and you would need to have your birth certificate or your social security card. Saving the money for closing costs and down payment towards the house is one of the points that you will need to have in order to become a new homeowner. The third point that you will need to do is, after being pre-approved for a certain amount that you are able to afford, you will need to start looking for the perfect house for you and decide on a perfect neighborhood for you to look in the area for your house. You will need to then submit an offer on a house, and depending if the person who is selling the house approves it or doesn't, you will need to go into a bidding war probably, and whoever has the best offer towards that house will most likely get the house. The next step after you are approved for that house and your offer was guaranteed, then you will have to do the home inspection, and the home inspection will also be included in your closing costs, and these are the key points that you need to know in order for you to continue to buy a home. Even if the process is lengthy and full of stress, I do hope this helps you realize all the steps needed to take in order to buy the house. If it's the first time that you're buying a house, just remember that everybody has to go through this process, and all these months of finding the correct realtor, the correct amount loan, and the correct loan type. All documents and operations and inspections are completed for finding the correct home for you to start your new life and new journey with it being worth your while. And that was it.